Introduce the next group. They're from Seattle, and they're called Ancha. And I'd like to give special appreciation to this group because last night they were making a performance late at night, and they got off to a late start. And because of that, they were gracious enough to cut their performance short so that it would allow the next group after them to have a bit of time to perform without having to perform in the wee hours. So let's give a warm welcome to Ancha from Seattle.
We want to say thank you for the appreciation shown by Sealaska Heritage Foundation. We did cut our performance short yesterday, but we're not going to today. We're going to give you everything we've got. The reason we cut it short, and I'm telling you this because I'm not running for politics in any way. There was a group earlier led up by Matthew Fred that just went on and on and on and on and on, and it held up the groups behind them, and it ran the last two groups way in the middle of the night, and it wasn't fair to those groups at all. So if Matthew Fred hears those words that I just said, it don't bother me at all because I'm not going to run for politics. The next song we're going to do is the Simpson entrance song. You see us standing in this form right here because we're honoring the four directions, the north and the south and the east and the west. And also there is the center and the up and down, all the directions that the Creator Ankau has given us. This next song is the men's song. We're going to have to dance our little tush off. I'm going to put mine in here. You know, what we're doing is we're telling a little story about traveling to a potlatch, and while traveling, we're going to travel by canoe. Our highways with the waters. And this song comes from back when the earth was still young, when the ice still covered the earth. We used to travel. I heard this from Jesse Dalton. We used to travel underneath the ice from village to village. And when the tide came up, it pushed up underneath the ice. You'd have to find a way. So you'd listen for the singing. As long as the singing was there, it was safe travel. When the lead canoe stopped singing, you couldn't hear him singing. It was time to find a place out of underneath the ice and wait for the tide to go back down. That's how long we people have been here. And we're still here. Gook. When traveling on the water, you're always looking for your destination or the land. And that's what this song is all about. There is the land. On a hay. Gook. You know, those two particular songs belong to the Kiksadi tribe. And you saw Amber and her mother standing up in front. And that was in honor of the Kiksadi tribe. I'm a little out of breath. I was just dancing with the Eagle Raven dancers over at the other Centennial Hall. But I want to tell you a little story about this Ancha. Ancha started back in the 70s in Seattle area. And we were just a lost tribe. The first celebration we came to, I don't know what year it was now, I think it was 86. We had, not 86, what year was it? 84 was the first one Ancha came to. And quite a few people came up at that time. And if there's any of them in the audience that danced with us then, they're welcome to come up and dance with us here right now. The Killer Whale song is what we're going to do next. In traveling to potlatches in our canoes, we run across the people of the Finn. And this is in honor of the Killer Whale clan, Linda Wynn and Jeff Campbell over on the other side. Our killer whale. Is there any other killer whales on the stage here that I need to know about? Okay, in honor of the Killer Whale clan. Gook. Now that we've honored the ones from the water, the Finn people, we're going to honor the ones of the wings, the feathered people, by doing two ptarmigan songs, the ptarmigan song and the ptarmigan hunt song. This song was given to us to use by a friend of ours in Haines through the Gay Sun Dancers, David Andrews. At potlatches, it was fun to watch him dance to this song. He got up and really boogied down with it, and every time he heard it, and I asked him if we can use these two songs, and he says, "You guys do them very well. You have permission to use them." So this is where these two songs came from. Gook. Well, we sure want to thank David Andrews and the Gay Sundancers for allowing us those two songs. This one here is the ptarmigan hunt song. Ptarmigan's always really good to eat. Hey, 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 hey. I believe the next song, I'm going to have to ask the ladies, because the ladies are the ones that always know, is the, okay, now we've honored the fins and the feathers. Now we're going to honor the fresh water and the land by doing the beaver song. I want you to know this, the sticks that they're carrying on have actually been gnawed on by beavers. So, in appreciation of the beaver clan, Gook. The next song we're going to do is the peace song. This song comes from a long history of warring between ourselves. What had happened was one of the clans had invited another clan, and when they came in peace, and they warred upon them. And then a few years later, they said, "Hey, we want to apologize. We want to apologize to you for doing this." And so they threw another potlatch and invited them again. So they came to the potlatch, but they came in peace, but ready for war. And this has become known as the peace song. You know, on the way up here, I was thinking about the theme to this. The theme to this is learning our language this year's celebration. And I think the toughest part to learning the language is to learn how to read it. We've become a person of the square knowledge where we got to open up a square book and see it with our eyes and hear it with our ears. In the old days, we used to just hear it as we grew up, but we didn't have that advantage this time. I remember one time going into a store, a convenience store, and there was a whole long line of people there, and there was 2 Spanish-speaking people up in front, and the lady at the teller was saying to them, talking to them, and she didn't understand a word they were saying, and she looked up at me because I had dark skin and says, "Can you help me out?" And I said, "No comprende español, yo soy un indios," which means I am one Indian. And she didn't understand that either. And the Spanish people looked at me, and they walked out the door. And the lady, embarrassed because there was a whole long line of people at the time, she hollered out, "When in America, speak American." And I hollered back at her, "Yeah, when you're in England, speak English." This song is the opening of the wisdom, the box of wisdom. This is the song that was given to us, everyone. And we threw a little twist to it. We're in the potlatch now, and we're welcoming the people. And we got the blanket there for them to warm their hands because they've traveled through cold, cold water of the Pacific Northwest. And this is what we use this song for. They're going to come and warm their hands on the blanket. Gook. Thank you very much. We just love the warm applause you're giving us. I think this will be a real good time to introduce some of the families. I'm just going to introduce the families, and I'm not going to introduce each and every individual because it's going to take a while, and we don't want to do that. I want the Fulmer family to come out. I want you to know that the Fulmer family has a lot to do with the choreographing and keeping together of the cohesiveness of this group here. They've put a lot of effort into it, and throughout the last 3 or 4 years, and a lot of what you see up here in action is their doing. And in particular, I want Yolanda to step out in front. Yolanda? Yolanda, let's have a warm hand for Yolanda. She's done a lot of work in this. I'm going to ask Al and Susan to come out and their 2 children. Their 2 children are Kakwantan. Susan was adopted into the Kakwantan, and Al was adopted into the, which one? Kukakadi. Okay, now I'm going to ask the Corrine Heaton to step out. Corrine was looking for her culture when she came to the group in Seattle. She knew she was from up here in the southeast. She knew she was Tlingit. And she knew her last name, her maiden name. And she knew she was from Sitka. And I called my Aunt Amy James in Sitka. And she had a brother that was living up here also. And she said, yes, I know of her family. And what was your maiden name? Truitt. The Truitt family. And she's been with us since. And let's hear it from her. She's of the Shark family. We do have a couple of young ladies that came up here. Their grandmother couldn't be with us. There was a death in the family, so they couldn't come up. But I'm going to ask Alicia and Lavon to come up. They're here representing their family. Darlene, I'm going to ask you and Misty and your son to come out in front. There's Simsian. No. Tlingit Simsian, I'm sorry. And Aliut. I'm going to ask Linda Wynn to step forward. A lot of you know Linda Wynn. Who? And the Eden Shaw ladies, the Haidas, come forward, please. Aho. And Jeff Campbell, please. I'm going to ask Amber to bring her mother out here. She likes to show off. So Amber, come bring your mom out. Introduce your... Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Andrea Ibona. I'm originally from Juneau. I live in Seattle. My Tlingit name is Teshki. And Kikshaw from Sitka.
Good afternoon. My name is Amber Michael. My Tlingit name is Katut. I'm Tlingit and Kiksadi out of the Raven House. Thank you.
I don't think I left anyone out. Did I leave anyone out? Okay. This next song is comes from the Kalkuth people. It's the first time I heard this song sung was sung by Fritz Willard and Dan Katzik. It wasn't sung first time by them, but that's the first time I heard it in Klukwan as a child. Shigigi.
And that's Jack Strong, most of you know, from Klukwan. Nobody...
Shigigi!
Shigigi, Gune! Hey, Gune!
notice I'm always going to the ladies and asking them what song's next. There's a couple of reasons. One is my memory's real short right now, and the other is that this is a matriarchal society. We got to get permission from the ladies to do what we want to do. Without that permission, men, we won't be nothing. You ask my wife, she tells me that. Gusue Kakwantan, where are you, my children? Come and hold my hand for the last time. Hande Chin, come and hold my hand. Gusue, come to me.
Yehu ayana hey yow ana. 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 Yehu aya hu aya honey aya. Honey hey yow ana. Yehu tami
You know, that song was a tough one for us to learn. Without the help of my Auntie Agnes Ballinger, she wore me out earlier over at the Centennial Hall, dancing with the Eagle Raven dancers. We want to thank you, Auntie Agnes Ballinger, for teaching us the songs that we know here. Aho, would you please stand up, Agnes? I was talking about it's tough to learn. You know what I'm going to ask is that this year, that if all the dance groups will write their songs down, write it down and have a practice tape made for it. Because this is it. Our younger ones have to learn. The songs that we learned, a lot of them from Agnes, a lot of them from Gay Sun, a lot, just anywhere we can get them, anywhere we can get permission. But if they can go ahead and open that box and quit hogging the songs to themselves and say, hey, this is our song, you're doing it wrong, you can't do that song. Come on, our children need to learn them too. And we will give honor to the family of where we learned these songs. We'll give honor to the family that these songs represent. Because we're not all just from one, we're not all Kakwantans up here, we're not all Kukakeri, we're not all what have you. We're all representative of different families. And if we could sing their family songs, their families would be real proud of them in the audience. We would like to see that happen. Goodness, Chish. This next song came from Austin Hammond. This is the the national anthem, and I understand that that we want to do this real slow. So if you'll please stand for this, Gook. You know, I want you to know that you heard before we came on that we got kind of pushed way out into the wee hours of the morning last night. And I cut ourselves short. And the dance group was a little upset with me. And I want to publicly apologize to them for doing so. They wanted to keep on dancing and singing. I almost said it in my own language, dancing and sinning. But it's dancing and singing. And I do apologize. This next song we're going to do is it's a Haida song. It's the Haida gambling song. I'm going to move some of these chairs up here in case some of you guys got $50 bills or anything else you want to get rid of. If you haven't got anything smaller than 100, go ahead. Goodness, sheesh. We seen the Haida group do that twice, and we thought, well, if it worked real good for them, we're going to try it. I see the other groups all ready to come on, so we're gonna cut ours a little bit short again. We're gonna go right into Yela. Yela. We're gonna do 4 verses of Yela. And when we're through with those 4 verses, we're going to go right into the Huna exit song. You know, all the songs that you've heard before from different groups. And the only thing that we're trying to do different, and it's really tough, and we're having a tough time doing it, is to throw a lot of energy into it, as much as we can spend. And judging by the other groups that sang these songs, it's tough competition, but we're giving it everything we've got. This one's our goodbye song, Hue, Yela, Hue, and then exit out. Hey, you know, last night I said you can clap your feet and stomp your hands if you want, but let's try it differently this time. Clap your hands and stomp your feet, okay?
Thank you, Ancha, for that inspirational performance.